Now right now what we are seeing, like how we can track the video. Okay, so basically why we are using the tracking, like as you can see this particular video which is we are using in our Blender to add the 3D elements, right? So for that we need to get the tracking data of this particular footage. Fine. Now in order to get, what I will do, so I am inside a composition, and now what I'm doing, I will select this particular video. In order to track it, we have a different option. What you can do, you can go to the effect panel here, then you can see the tracker. Fine. And I have option to track camera. I can track it from this, but sometime you won't see this tracker panel here. So go to Windows and you have tracker here. Fine. So make sure the tracker is there. So tracker is present here. Fine. And if I click again tracker, it will be removed. Fine. And let me take it back. Window, tracker. Fine. Tracker is came. Now this is one thing, you can just click on track camera. At that time you can see the tracking is started. Fine. Let me delete this one for now. And there is one more thing, you just select your footage, go to animation, then you have track camera too. So if you click this one, then again it will start the tracking. Now it is showing initializing, so the tracking is started. Fine. Here like track point and track size, it will be matter once after the tracking is completed. But there is an advanced setting there. What you can do, you have different other things. Here the main thing is like if you want a detailed analysis, then you can check this one. Okay, at that time it will give you more detailed analysis and you will get efficient tracking data. So that is one thing. And as you can see, the tracking time as well as the frames it is tracking, it is showing here. Fine. And this is like, this tracking is dependent on the resolution of your footage. So what is the resolution? If it is 4K, then obviously it will take time. If it is a HD, then compared to 4K it will be faster. Okay, so like that. Also the duration, so if the footage is 1 minute, then it will take time. If it is 10 seconds, it will be faster. So what is the frame present on that, based on that also it will matter. Right now you can see it is showing this blue line, that is like this composition right now it is under tracking. Okay, if I go to layer panel, then it will tell 3D tracker camera use only in the composition panel. So sometime you will get this issue. That means you make sure you selected the layer. You should not use this layer. You have to go to composition. That time only you will see. Okay. So these are the main thing, and you can, as you can see, it is taking time. Okay. So let me do one thing. Right now I don't want this entire footage to be tracked. Instead, what I will do, I will cancel for now. Okay. And let me, so here you can see this is the effect control panel. So here you can add any effects. Right now for this particular footage, okay, this particular footage I added 3D tracker camera. Okay, so I can delete this one. Fine. Right now this one, so this is the composition, this is the layer. Now this layer has this particular effect. Now I can delete that too. Okay, now you can see the effect control panel is present here. If I want to switch back to project, I can switch back to project. The project and everything it will show up here, and I have effect control beside. Okay, now what I will do, let me do one thing. I don't want that 02 to be implemented because it is too much. Remove that one from timeline. So if I just remove from timeline, means it is not deleted entirely, it is present here. Okay, let me delete this composition. I don't want. I will click and hit delete to delete the composition. Fine. and I don't want anything, these and all. I will select and I will hit delete, and I will select this, hit delete, and this one I have. Okay, and even the solid are, so whenever you are creating the solid, it will create a solid folder, and the solid is added inside this one. Okay, and I don't want this one, I will delete this one as well. Fine. And I have this particular row. What I will do, click, at that time you can see the layer is opened. Okay, now same thing on composition also. If you double click, then it will open up the layer panel here. Now what I will do, you can see I can control the time here as well. Okay, if I hit spacebar, at that time it is playing. Okay, so I can play the video on this video. I don't want entire footage, so somewhere from here I will start. So I just kept the cursor here, and I have set in point, so that I will click. Fine. Then from here to here is enough. Okay, then I will click set out point. So if I click that one, right now the video is trimmed from here to here. Okay, and now what I will do, I can click this, drag and drop it to composition, so it will create the composition only on that trimmed area. Now this is the trimmed area. Okay, now what I will do, I will select this, go to animation, track camera. Now it will start the tracking. I will go to advanced, detailed analysis, check. So right now you can see the frame. Before we had 2000 somewhere the frames. Right now it is only 370, and it will take only 2 minutes to complete. Previously it is 9 minutes. So basically it is tracking this layer. Okay, so this effect is for this layer, not for this composition. So composition has this layer, so this layer has this effect. Okay, now right now you can see the tracking is completed. Okay, so once the tracking is completed, if I select the effect and if I take the cursor, so I'm on composition, if I take the cursor near to this, you can see something. Okay, so what is this? So in order to see what exactly happening, I will increase the track point size. Now you can see I have a lot of things here. So these points are tracking point. So basically, in order to create a tracking data for Blender, we used to get something. So right now you can see I will take any of these three. Okay, if I select it, it will show how exactly the tracking rotation is present. Okay, now this is fine. And one more thing you can notice, from this particular footage, few places it is a huge point. Okay, the size is huge and few are very smaller. Basically the bigger one indicates it has a good tracking data compared to other. Okay, now what I will do, let me check, is there any point that I can take it from the ground? But unfortunately I don't have any. So what I will do, I will try to select it from this area. Okay, so I just clicked and dragged like this. Okay, now I got this one. So what I feel like, this is aligning with the ground, like it is ground itself. Okay, so that's why this is fine. So what I will do, as you are working for CGI and you are working on Blender, the first step, that is after the tracking, you just select the floor. If there is no floor, then you can leave, that is fine. If there is a floor or there is a base, then you should take the base. Now I selected this area, this ground area, right click, and you have an option called set ground plane and origin. So now what will happen? Whatever I selected the points, it will be considered as a ground plane, and it will create a origin based on that points. Okay, now I will select this one. Once after that, what I can do, right click again, and I can create a solid and camera, or even null and camera I can do. But as I'm working for Blender, for CGI, I will create a solid and camera. Okay, so the solid is created. Now the solid is huge. Like that, you can create multiple other solid as well. You can select few points, right click, create solid. But the thing is, when you initially create the first solid, when you created, you can see it is created a 3D tracker camera as well. So this camera, it will tell what is the camera orientation and how exactly the tracking is going on Blender. Okay, along with that, I have solid, track solid also. You will ask, where is the effect? Now effect is not for track solid or 3D tracker camera. The effect we previously saw, that is from this one. Now you click the video and go to 3D tracker camera again, then only you can see. Now this is fine. If you want, you can select more, like what I will do, let me select it from this area if I want, or I can select any other. I will select it like this, right click, create solid again. Now the thing is, if I play, you can see according to how the camera is moving, our solid also moving on that way. So this is what the tracking is. Fine. Now let me delete this one. I don't want this one. Okay, now the tracking is completed. Fine.